been secured to progress the first stages of these builds and to take advantage of the attractive market dynamics here in New Zealand. The growth opportunity ahead for DCCo is significant when you combine demand from enterprise and government, traditional cloud growth, and demand from AI. We expect forecast demand to grow around 8 times over the next 10 years, and our DCCo business is well positioned to secure its share of that growth. So to summarise in the new strategy, in an increasingly digital world, our products and solutions are only becoming more important. Customer data use continues to increase every year. Data centre capacity demand is growing, and digital transformation remains critical for the public and private sectors. Connectivity is our core business and our absolute focus in the years ahead. When New Zealanders trust us to keep them connected, we want it to be better with Spark, whether that's through their experience on our network or getting the help they need quickly and easily. So with this focus on our core and the things that matter most to our customers, we approach these next 5 years with clarity and determination to deliver stable returns for our shareholders and growing dividends over time. With that, I'm now going to hand over to Greg to talk to you about leading in core connectivity. I think we need to hold a slide before the lead in core connectivity to summarise. Yeah. Or the strategy, the plan on a page will be the other one. Yeah.
So that was 12 minutes. That was 12 minutes, but I reckon you could slow down in a few parts. Yeah. That's still pretty.
Thanks, Jolie. Good afternoon. My name is Greg Clark and I'm Spark's Customer Director for Consumer and SME. I'm here to overview our approach to core connectivity with a focus on the consumer and SME side of the business from mobile to broadband.
Which is almost all New Zealanders. And finally, our return on investment continues to outperform global peers. The focus of our new strategy is to strengthen and grow this position. That brings us to our FY30 strategy. Our purpose on the left is enduring. We see ourselves
customers. And our consumer and SME segment overall accounts for over 85% of our revenues. In enterprise and government, the market dynamics are different, which my colleague Mark will talk to you about soon. But we have around 50% connection market share, and through our wholesale business, we continue to participate in the small but growing MVNO or mobile virtual network operator market. We have a new MVNO platform launching early in 2026 that will enhance our competitiveness in this segment further. This is a strong position to build from, but we know that we cannot afford to be complacent. As we look ahead, we know there will continue to be positive tailwinds supporting growth. Growing customer demand for data, as Jolie mentioned, mobile data use is growing around 14% year on year. Population growth, a key driver of connection growth in mature markets, is impacted by lower migration rates in the near term. However, we expect this to improve over the strategy period. When we break our customer base down by type and tenure, what we can see is that we have the strongest market share position in the most valuable segments. By that I mean the segments where customers spend more and are more loyal to our brands than customers that spend less and switch more frequently. This means our strategy must be cornered on defending and nurturing those loyal, high-spending customers. Overall, we expect consumer mobile service revenue growth to be driven by modest population growth, along with value growth from price increases, supported by new product, missing off the end of the page, rest of the words.
Yeah, I'm going to move all of them and split some of them into separate slides.
Yeah, cool. We have 4 key focus areas to FY30. Firstly, providing more choice for customers by continuing to participate across all segments of the market, from pay monthly to prepaid, business and MVNO. Both our Spark and Skinny brands continue to resonate well with different customer segments, so we know that they both have a clear and distinct role to play in how we compete. And in business mobile, we can invest in mobile propositions that differentiate Spark on more than just price. For example, network slicing, data prioritisation, and converged offerings with mobile device management. Then we will reward and recognise our high value and loyal customers to support retention and encourage trade up into higher value segments. As I said before, loyalty is our strength. From our analysis, around 40% of our customers are in premium segments, contributing over 70% of our revenue. This isn't about introducing a complex loyalty scheme, but more about recognising loyalty, words off the end of the screen.
Hang on a second. Can we fix this? Because I can't get a sense of.
How long it'll take? I don't think there's a heck of a lot more. Even if you just scroll with me while we work through it.
Greg, I would say you can
Slow down.
Yeah.
Through our products, services, experience and communications. Whether this be priority access to new products and services, advanced access to tickets at Spark Arena, or exclusive deals on Hero devices. Next, we want to provide a stronger link between our network investment and our customer experiences, so we can provide better network usage experiences where it matters most. That might include communicating specific areas of coverage or capacity upgrades to impacted customers. For example, 5G is now available in your area. We'll focus on features that provide our customers additional value and choice as they move through pricing tiers. This is even more important when you consider that device replacement cycles are now lengthening as innovation leaps are slower. So having innovation within our category to keep customers engaged is key. Within the SME segment, we'll be expanding our mobile-based performance and improving retention by deepening ICT penetration. Our SME customers that have basic IT services and core mobile services with us are 50% less likely to move to other providers. So this is an obvious area in which for us to focus. Okay, yep. Oh, yeah. We'll provide this narrow range of IT services through IT partners, and we'll include a range of things like WebEx, collaboration, and even bundling of Microsoft Office 365 with our mobile plans. Our Spark Business Hubs differentiate Spark. We're the only telco in the market that has this kind of local light use support, and we know that is resonating really well with our SME customers across the country. Our unique market position, bolstered by our business hubs and integrated IT services, provide us with a competitive edge. Switching our focus now to broadband, this is a tougher market than mobile with a much more fragmented competitor environment. However, Spark continues to hold a leading position by some distance. We have over 660,000 broadband customers across our Spark and Skinny brands, and wireless broadband now makes up 32% of our base. We continue to see customers value the convenience benefits of wireless broadband, which can be unboxed, plugged and operational within minutes, or even transported from one location to another, such as the family home to the batch. And as our 5G rollout matures, the performance of wireless broadband is only going to improve. While 4G wireless broadband offers average speeds of around 63 megabits per second today, 5G increases that to around 336 megabits per second, competing with entry-level fibre products. Looking ahead to FY30, we know that this is a mature and commoditised market, meaning growth will most closely follow migration and housing development. How we compete in that kind of market is important. We want to maintain market leadership, but we need to balance connection share with maintaining overall value. This makes wireless broadband growth important, giving the margin benefits that it brings to Spark, alongside the appeal from our customer base. We've reached 50% population coverage for 5G to date, and through the strategy period, we'll complete the rollout by within the strategy period, which will open up more capacity and higher speeds to take to market. We also know that we have an opportunity to improve our focus on bundling to support both mobile and broadband retention. Around 50% of Spark households today currently bundle mobile and broadband together, which means that we have an opportunity with the 50% that don't, and we know that broadband can play an important retention role in our most prized mobile segment, consumer payment and SME Pay Monthly. Our Pay Monthly customers with broadband have superior retention compared to mobile-only customers with up to 12 percentage point annualised churn benefit. This makes our focus in broadband very clear, using product innovation and compelling offers through our sales channels to increase bundling and therefore retention in the years ahead, while continuing to grow wireless broadband as our 5G rollout matures. We've also chosen to invest more in our brand and marketing to help drive growth in core connectivity services in a more competitive market. I'll now hand over to Mark to talk you through business connectivity.
So I reckon that's about 8 or 9 minutes. It's hard because we missed probably about 9 minutes, I guess.
So how many do we need it to be?
I reckon if you go, Tina, maybe you, because if you throw in, you've got lots of examples, you probably could throw in actually go, and also keep wrapped up a little bit. Yeah.
And you can just slow down the pace a bit. Yeah.
Also, when you're turning slides, don't feel like you've got to turn it. You turn the first one when you're still finishing on the floor. You can just take your time and turn it. What did you do, sorry? So when you were turning between slides or flicking to the next slide, just completely finish the slide you're on in the Word and then click it. You click one quite quickly.
Like you can have more pauses.
You can have more pauses, yeah. Just more. I think just take time.
Yeah, it's very clear. I think everyone is just like slow it down and pause between moving from one point to the next.
Yeah. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Mark Beater. I am the Customer Director for Business. I'll now switch our focus from the consumer market to business. Business connectivity includes not just mobile, but also managed data and networks, Internet of Things, collaboration and voice. And within this mix, we have modern products that are in growth, such as IoT and collaboration. We have mature products like managed data and networks that are moving from legacy formats to more modern alternatives. And then we have legacy voice, which, as you know, is in long-term decline, but there are product lines within that we've seen growing, for example, 0800. As we went through the strategy process, it was really clear to us that this is core. These products are core to our business because they leverage both Spark's own infrastructure and support mobile retention. And Spark has a really strong position here. As an example, 80% of our enterprise and government customer base, which spans over 1,100 customers, purchase connectivity products and services from us. We also have 110,000 SME customers that purchase mobile broadband, collaboration, managed data and IT services. And we're investing in newer connectivity assets that serve these customers and enable us to bring new products to market, from our 5G network standalone to our IoT networks that now have over 2.3 million connections. So we look forward to FY30. We know business connectivity will continue to be core foundational layer for our customers. Connectivity solutions will continue modernising, and customers will continue to want to purchase multiple connectivity products from one provider. Examples of that would be where we have fixed and mobile together, or we have collaboration with SD-WAN networks. So our focus areas are, firstly, proactively transitioning customers from those legacy products like traditional voice and wide area networks and on-prem collaboration solutions to modern versions of these like software-defined networks and collaboration or voice into the cloud, and with that comes feature sets like AI and automation. Secondly, leveraging AI and automation to improve the efficiency of how we deliver these services. For example, using digital service offerings to deliver better experiences at a better cost. We know customers like self-service channels when they are simple and easy to use, so a focus for us is investing in upgrading our B2B portals and leveraging our new global partnerships to go faster in this space. And finally, we'll be looking at advanced connectivity solutions that leverage network investments. We are making for things like 5G standalone networks, network as a service, which Renee will talk to. And examples of this would include how we've leveraged and trialling private 5G networks with some of our customers. I'll now shift track from business connectivity to things that sit beyond the core, and these are namely cloud, IT services, and procurement. In cloud, we are talking about private, public, and hybrid cloud solutions, Private cloud is very much around infrastructure as a service that we provide customers and they put applications over the top of. Public cloud, which is very much our hyperscalers, which is Microsoft and AWS, and hybrid cloud solutions where we help customers toggle between both private and public cloud solutions, or between private in our business, from moving from private cloud to more public cloud solutions. IT services includes a number of different things, such as modern workplace, which is where we provide things like desktop as a service. So for example, we provide a company with their laptops and provide a managed service over the top of it for things like support and upgrades. And service management, where we provide an IT service desk with an application, which means that we're operating like their IT department. And also our consulting practice, which includes things like IT right through to things like data and AI. IT services is the area where we saw the most deferred investment from customers in tougher economic times. And procurement is the resale of hardware and software licenses, which is a high revenue but low margin business. And as Jolly said earlier, these are good businesses, and when we put them up against global peers during the strategy work, we could see that they have more scale and profitability against global peers. But it is also true that we've seen, as I said, structural and cyclical shifts in these businesses and in these markets, and that's impacted both our revenue and our profitability. And as these businesses have different drivers and investment profiles in our core of connectivity, we need to think differently about how we manage these businesses. So our focus in this segment is firstly to simplify the products and services that we have, and sunsetting and exiting legacy offerings that we have in this space. An example of this would be IT services. This is really about migrating customers off older and more bespoke legacy services to our new platforms like ServiceFlex, which is automated and far more efficient for us to deliver. When we reset our operating model this year, we also established a dedicated team within Spark that focuses solely on legacy transitions. This gives us absolute focus on making sure that we accelerate the focus of moving customers from legacy into new. We will also focus on improving our digital service channels using AI and automation, which we know it makes it easier for customers to use and improves our efficiency by automating tasks that are currently manual. Our new global partnerships also play in this space as well, and how we optimise our businesses. In cloud, for example, with HPE, we've lowered our private cloud infrastructure costs by moving from fixed to variable, while our partnership with Microsoft improves both our margins in public cloud and our ability to retain our leading share, and also helps our cost base from moving from our private cloud environment to our public cloud environment. And within IT services, we'll be highly targeted in the product variations we provide, specifically in modern workplace, and we will migrate customers from legacy bespoke services to our ServiceFlex management platform, which is more automated and efficient for our customers. And we know that data and AI are growing in this space as well, so we'll look to maintain our lead position in that. And we've also right-sized over the past year and consolidated our operating model during the financial year, and this was really about bringing our subsidiary businesses into more of a service line construct. And this has meant we'll be able to adapt more quickly to changing demand or economic conditions in the future. So my summary would be cloud, IT services and procurement is our focus, is a digitisation, simplification and improving margins as these categories continue to change. Lastly, I will touch on our strategic asset base and how we are thinking of this ahead. We have significant domestic asset base, which we consider core. This ranges from highly valued spectrum holdings to our active mobile assets, IoT networks and fibre routes. Inteler, our field delivery business, delivers both mobile towers and also our fibre business. And of course our data centre shareholding that Jolie spoke about earlier. These assets provide competitive advantage and network resilience, and we will continue to retain them and invest in them. We then have our international connectivity assets, our shareholding in subsea cable business, Southern Cross and Tasman Global Access, and our purpose-built satellite earth station in Warkworth. These are valuable extensions to our networks that provide us with ownership economics on high growth routes. While these are valuable, we consider them not core, and will continue to consider the right level of ownership over time. Lastly, we have our digital connectivity assets that also sit outside our core, mainly Matter, which operates in the digital trust, and our private cloud infrastructure. As Jolie has already shared, we have already commenced a process to introduce new investors into the Matter business. So with that, I will hand over to Renee, who will talk about our network ambitions.
8.5 minutes. Mark, the only thing I suggest is when you look at the screen, when you look over here, try and look as far over there every now and then, so it looks like you're moving between screen and.
Yeah, the challenge I've got is it's right in the middle. I can't read on or off with my glasses. That's probably the biggest challenge I have. It's right in my mid-range. That's the worst position because I'm sort of blurred. So moving away, I'll lose.
So maybe just.
I may have to read. I may have to ad lib a bit of it, to be honest, because I
That's fine, you don't have to follow that script exactly.
oh, it's actually it's quite an easy script to follow. You've done a great job. It's quite easy to follow. Yeah.
Besides the subsidiaries, that was one component, but you did a much bigger change, you know, like in terms of people in pouch and stuff. Just want to make sure that
I was talking more about it from the perspective of how we can simplify and adapt faster by having service lines versus subsidiaries. Do you want me to talk about should I say one aspect of the of the operating model changes that we made with subsidiaries into service lines, which gives us the ability, maybe I'll do that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mark, would it help if I put the notes on that relative here?
No.
It'll be fine.
Would it be easier to use script on the thing?
On here.
Like, can you see it better if it's just on a big thing? You look up, you know, rather than trying to.
You mean use this?
Yeah. It's the same thing.
I'll try it in the morning.
You can read it easier than.
Yeah, it's just that size for me is probably the worst. So with my glasses it's blurred, and without my glasses it's blurred. So it's right in that mid range. Is it same with you? It's not. I'm uncomfortable doing it, so I'm happy with that. I'll have this with me as well if I have to change. I'll just.
Because you don't need to look back to see it.
And then if you put your glasses on for a day, you won't be able to see them anymore.
All right. Tēnā koutou. My name is Renee Matapara and I am Spark's Network and Operations Director. Our Better Network ambition within our strategy underpins our success across all markets we operate in. But this isn't just about winning awards for the sake of telling people we have the better network. This is about creating a network that's reliable, trusted and advanced and delivers more for our customers when they really need it. And when we talk about reliable and trusted, this is about investing where it matters for our customers. So this means every dollar we invest in our networks is targeted to deliver better real-world network experiences for our customers in the areas that matter. So a reliable network connection, good coverage, a safe and secure connection. It's about proactively resolving network issues. So moving to a world where we can detect and resolve network issues proactively and leveraging our partnership with Nokia to accelerate our network automation through the use of AI, advanced analytics and smart automation. And it's also about uplifting our regional resilience. This is about targeted investments in fixed and transport networks and satellite connectivity to improve the redundancy and coverage across Aotearoa. When we talk about new value from advanced technologies, this is about new customer solutions. So with Aotearoa's first 5G standalone network, we will bring new capabilities to our business customers, such as network slicing and private networks. Satellite is also on the way and will be in place for our customers next year. And it will also enable new commercial models. So we will participate in the global shift to create new commercial models for network as a service that are API-based and globally standardized. I'll talk a bit more about each of these areas now. So let me bring this to life. When we talk about a network being reliable, this is about getting the connection and the performance you need when you need it. AI and automation we see playing a very big role in this. We've been investing in automation for many years, and our new partnership with Nokia will accelerate our capabilities here. Our ambition is to proactively detect and resolve issues in real time, often before our customers even know there is a problem. So a great example of this in our network today is our recently upgraded optical transport network, or the OTN2. This self-healing network can self-detect when there is a fibre cut on one of our main transport routes, and it can automatically then reroute traffic onto an alternative fibre route. This means that the services can be seamlessly migrated to a new path with little to no customer impact. And we will be doubling down on this type of self-healing capability, looking for opportunities to apply similar technologies into our other networks and operations centres. Resilience for us at Spark is a broader concept that really includes the investment we are making in our regional infrastructure and the greater redundancy that we're building across the country. It's really about making sure that we can get back up and running faster when things inevitably go wrong. Whether it's a severe weather event or a farmer accidentally digging up a fibre. We're investing to improve that regional coverage, so that's more sites in regional locations, and we've been investing in our new access and aggregation network, which connects all of our mobile cell sites back to the core network. This investment provides additional redundancy across our network, meaning we can get our services back up and running, back online faster for our customers. And safe and secure is about protecting our customers, making sure that our customers have a secure connection through protections like proactive threat detection and network security. A great example here of network-based threat detection is our SMS firewall. The firewall uses a global database of detected URLs, phrases, and calls to action that are typically found in text scams. And since implementing the SMS firewall, we've blocked more than 1 million texts, meaning our customers are more protected. Looking now at advanced technology and what this means, we are the first New Zealand telco with a 5G standalone network. This means we have a 5G core as well as a 5G radio network, and we are now migrating our network traffic across to this new core. We are in the process of productising the core to offer new network services. A 5G standalone network enables a greater level of customisation and ultra reliability for our customers. And this isn't just theoretical. So as a live example, this year we were the first telco to launch a private 5G network for a business customer, Air New Zealand. We are using private 5G network technology in Air New Zealand's warehouse to help carry out the laborious task of stock taking. So the warehouse environment with high shelves and obstructions means that Wi-Fi wasn't reliable enough. We worked with our partners to have a drone tethered to a robot scanning the high shelves, taking photos of the stock, which included everything from aircraft parts to headphones and blankets. These stock takes traditionally took place twice a year and were very labour intensive, and they took staff away from their core roles. The feedback around the solution was that it greatly increased productivity, the real-time stock taking and it led to real-time stock taking and enhanced safety. So because people didn't have to scale high shelves and count the stock. We're also working with other business customers right now to install tailored solutions that run private 5G networks, and expect some announcements soon, particularly in large warehouse environment and places like ports. We will also see new commercialisation opportunities from the partnership that we announced earlier today with Aduna. Aduna is a joint venture between global telecom operators and Ericsson. It enables businesses and developers to directly access and customise telecommunication networks using globally standardised network APIs. An API, or an application programming interface, is a bit like a bridge that allows software applications to talk to each other and in future to talk to elements of our network that we provide access to via these new network APIs. So imagine you have a remote control for your TV. The remote control is like an API. It lets you interact with the TV without needing to know how the TV works internally. You just press the buttons to change the channel or adjust the volume. What this means is businesses or developers will be able to directly access and customize the networks using these APIs, which can accelerate innovation and reduce time to market for new digital services. For Spark, it means that we can explore new commercial models and monetize our significant network investment, find new ways and capture new sources of value from the broad capabilities of our network. One of the first API solutions that we will be focusing on is for fraud protection. So SIM swap fraud occurs when a mobile number is transferred to a new SIM card without the account holder's consent. By providing a timestamp indicating when the SIM card associated with the phone number was last changed, the API allows businesses to identify recent SIM swaps, which could suggest it is an unauthorized user trying to access the account, and it enables businesses to act, such as blocking transactions that can protect our end users. The API economy is forecast to grow to US $6.7 billion by 2028 worldwide, and by unlocking network services like this, it's an exciting area for Spark to explore over the next 5 years. I'll now hand over to Matt to share more about our better customer experiences.
Yeah, I think those examples are excellent. And
Just
you
need to
spoke
work
really-
through the tongue-tied ones.
Yeah, no, but you spoke,
SIM
you
swap
spoke
fraud.
really clearly, and it was really easy to follow. Really good.
Cool.
Yeah, hey Renee, on the last one, on the API, I think we did a post and link back to our core connectivity, because it's the network, isn't it? So it's not like something on the side, it's actually leveraging. Yeah, I talked a bit about that. Yeah, but that was, but I thought it was really good with the practical example. I like the bridge explaining the API, it's a good way.
Yeah.
Yeah, that thank you comes with the remote TV remote control now.
I got that on Spark GPT.
All right. Hi, everyone. Matt Bain. Welcome to 3 slides, 20 minutes. I'm going to draw this one out. So, here today to talk about, we've heard a lot about the strategy and the fact that we are really focused on our customers. They're really at the heart of the strategy that we're hearing about today. And customer experience is one of the most important considerations for all of our customers, particularly our mobile customers. So first up, I'm happy to say that we're already delivering better customer experiences every year. In fact, in the last 5 years, we've grown year on year over year, and we've doubled our interaction NPS, which is the reported experience our customers have in our channels from 19 to 41. Now, we've achieved that by being methodical about how we identify the pain points our customers are experiencing, and then focusing on those pain points to remove friction and make sure that we're ratcheting up experience over time. AI and automation you're hearing a lot about today, that's a key part of how we're attacking this. We'll come on to that later. We also are aware, though, that we need to pass customers for more complex interactions to our call centres. So being really focused on the high value that our people can deliver in our call centres for those more complex problems is important as well. But as always, there's more we can and need to do in this area. So we know that every interaction with our customers is an opportunity to build our reputation and our loyalty, and to match up to our ambition to be better that you're hearing about. So the aim going forward is to continue to consistently ratchet these up to exceed expectations in everyday moments, and really in the big moments that count. In a service business, there's often specific moments when things go wrong where you make the biggest difference, so focusing on those is really important. So we want our customers to feel that we're there when it matters for them, and that means delivering these consistent, reliable experiences, but also offering new and more relevant experiences for them. So new products, making sure that when Renee puts network changes through, that's being reflected through all the experiences they have in the channels. And we've got a bit of a history of using AI to deliver the right offer to our customers, so continuing to improve our capabilities there through all of our channels. We want to focus on high value areas and areas we can lead and show clear differentiation. You know, there's a lot you can do, and really focusing in these channels on the highest impact investments is crucial here. So one of those areas is going to be making sure we're simple and easy to deal with, but another is making sure our customers feel valued for the loyalty they give us. We've got a lot of loyal customers that represent a lot of value to us, and we've identified an opportunity to do a better job going forward of recognising those and as they hit our touch points. As Greg said, this isn't a loyalty program, but with a lot of the AI capabilities and the data work we've done, we're able to understand the needs of customers, understand what they might need and how they might feel rewarded, and deliver that to them through whichever channel is most relevant. So let's talk a little bit about channels. Our retail and physical channels are really important. You've heard a little bit about that through Greg. 92% of our monthly acquisition happens through these channels for our postpaid lines. So continuing to think about how we evolve these channels is important. Retail and our retail formats will evolve to enable our teams to serve our customers, to ensure that we are continually improving the way that we serve our customers in these channels. A recent example, you know, in the past, if you wanted to sign up or change something in your account in a store, you'd have to bring your passport or your driver's license. Not everyone carries those. As of this month, you can now use your app to authenticate your identity, and in the future that will be rolling out to call centres and other channels as well. So that's just an example of the sorts of technologies we're bringing to shorten the customer experience. I think we take 4 minutes out of an experience when you can authenticate through the app versus a traditional form. In the future, we're also working on changing the way interactions happen in these channels. So, for example, at the moment you have till points, right? Quite inconvenient. In the future, when you can do a transaction through a mobile phone or an iPad, that changes the way, where and how we can serve you, and it creates efficiency, but also gives us more flexibility in our retail footprints to create better experiences. Moving on to digital, 2 key channels for us here. The first one is our app. Our app is key for our existing customers, right? So if you're a customer of Spark, that's the place you should want to do things. There's opportunities here to improve this experience. We actually are doing really well at retail, and the interaction NPS shows that. Where we have got room for improvement is in our digital channels. There's a real focus on those going forward. So if you want to change a plan, add a plan, or you have a customer service inquiry or complaint, we want the app to be the place that you go to first and also your last stop. While you're there, we can also serve you personalised offers or recognise you. The website, similar capabilities, slightly different focus. Often people will come there to research something before they go in store, or they're there as a new customer. So really our join journeys, making sure it's as seamless and easy as possible to join Spark is the focus there. Just to make sure that you can find the right plan on device easily, and we can cross-sell you an accessory while you're there. So sitting underneath all of this is a bunch of work we've done over the last few years around moving to cloud, making sure we've got world-class infrastructure, and making sure that AI and automation starts to power all of these platforms, no matter where you show up. Whether it's one of our team members in store being assisted, an AI agent online, serving up the right experience for a customer will be data-powered in the future. One of the key areas is improving self-service. Right? So a lot of the interactions that are driven by people wanting to change things that they can't currently do easily online. As we can start to anticipate customers' needs across these channels, we can start to be more proactive in the way we do this. A great example that we've already got live is outage assist. So when someone digs up the broadband outside the front of your house and it goes down, we now send you a message to say, hey, we see your broadband's down, don't worry, we got you covered with some free data. 450,000 instances of that last year alone. customers are automatically notified and given access to data, free data to keep them connected until they're back online. Now, that's great for customer satisfaction, but it also saved us 150,000 calls into our call centres in the same period. So what we see is when we deliver these proactive capabilities to our customers, makes them happier and saves us costs, which is great. So investing in our tech stack, AI, and the way that we serve our customers, they're all interconnected. And as I mentioned, we've got quite a rich history of this now. 5 years or so, we've been focusing quite a lot on getting our data ready, our infrastructure ready, and starting to build AI into our business. We now have AI activations at scale across the business, including our call centres, as I mentioned, and our marketing function, but also in sales support for our enterprise and government customers. They're identifying leads for our SME hubs so that they know who to call next. And they're also providing real-time information for our people. One great example is analytics for business metrics. So it used to be the case that we'd have to have an analyst pull an SQL query from a database and a finance person then go and report on that. We now have text SQL in real time that can do reporting on our numbers for our people for key areas of the business. So those sorts of things are driving efficiency more broadly across the business. For our customers, as I said, AI is already delivering tangible benefits. We're seeing shorter wait times through our call centres as AI assistants answer about 20,000 team questions a month, and this improves the speed at which they can serve our customers, but also has reduced back office queries by 60%. As Renee said, it's supporting a better network experience. We've got faster identification and resolution of network issues for our customers. As agentic AI accelerates, and drawing on the capabilities of our global partners, we will be expanding this capability going forward. And this will underpin both cost and experience improvements in year. We've been quite prescriptive around the partners we've chosen because we want partners that have scale and are running hard at AI. So you think about Salesforce, Adobe, ServiceNow, Microsoft, Snowflake. Those are all partners of ours that we've selected because they can help us go faster in this area. As we mature our AI capabilities, we'll increasingly look away from point solutions. So people talk a lot about an LLM that does something, or a machine learning model that does something. We are now looking at end-to-end processes and how do we start to apply robotic process automation, machine learning models, and LLMs across the whole process to really shorten time to market and improve experience while lowering costs. One of the I missed a bit. So one of the we've done this already with one of our calling products, where in the past a salesperson would go to a customer, identify their needs, then there'd be some call routing which would be required to be done by another part of the business, and then that would become a requirement, which would then pricing would be set up, and then that would become a contract and sent to a customer. That used to take weeks. We now have fully automated that process. It's an iPad, you sit with a customer, you gather the requirements, it creates the call schema, it prices it and generates the contract from Salesforce in an hour. So we've gone from weeks to hours just in one process. So we're starting to see the potential of this broader view of how AI can impact our business. So, good thing about all this is we're very focused on our customers. We're making sure that we're using the latest technology and approaches to serve them better while we trim our costs. And this drives some of the productivity savings, which Stuart will speak to you about next. So I'll hand over to him to discuss our enablers and financial ambition and find out how long I drew that out for.
11.
Oh, that's good. Yep.
Well, we discussed that, but we thought it's too hard to kind of predict what we will do by FY 30, so just talking about.
I'd probably just remove the FY 26 and then just talk about, because what you were just describing is we said right at the time.
Yeah.
You weren't actually founding a 10 year. Because what you're trying to say is AI will remove the cost, that's
It's easy, mate, it's much easier, like, you know, provide feedback. Yeah, and you, when you got quality. Oh, it's a nightmare, it's a nightmare, it's a nightmare.
I thought you were going Greg Clark. Were you? No. Oh, I can't see. Oh. Yeah. Okay, I'm in charge, aren't I? I don't like. Yeah, I don't like that there at all. I can't see it. Yeah. Anyway, that's all right. Look. Oh, it's fine. I'll make it work. I'll just.
Let's just make it, put it in the position that works for you.
Yeah.
There's no point struggling. So we're one further away from you.
Well, I can't see it through the lectern.
That's right. So you tell me when you can see the bottom of the screen.
Yeah, keep going. Okay. That's fine. Okay, no, all good. No, we'll leave. We'll work it out. All right. So for those I have met before, I'm Stuart Taylor. I'm Spark's Chief Financial Officer. And I'm here to talk to you about a couple of things. One is our strategic enablers, and the second one is to talk about our financial ambition as well. So going through, there are what we consider to be 4 key enablers to our strategy, and that will be absolutely critical to its execution. And now the first of these is people and culture. And look, over the past few years, we've had to make some really tough calls to reshape our workforce as we've adapted to changes in both the economic environment and the markets that we operate in. But this hasn't diminished at all our belief that our people are absolutely at the heart of Spark's success. So our goal continues to be to build a culture that is focused on our customers and on performance. And that means continuing to win in market. Now, we see this as a win-win. What it will do is it will create really rewarding career paths for our people, and it will also deliver results for our shareholders. Now, what this means is we will have to continue to invest in learning and development and invest in those capabilities that are connected to our strategy, and that includes the use of AI that Matt just talked to. We'll need to continue to have an ongoing focus on health, safety and well-being, and all of which we ultimately consider will result in a lift in our staff engagement and really make sure that Spark retains its place as an employer of choice. Now, closely aligned to this is our technology and AI strategy. And this is absolutely critical as a telco when you think about the fact that the services we provide are so intrinsically linked with technology. And so it's absolutely critical that we've got an ability to compete in that market. I need to think about my transition there. Now, our technology strategy is a critical enabler to our strategic to this strategy. Now, this focuses on 3 key areas. The first of these is platform modernisation. Now, this means further cloud migration. It means platform evolution. And what this eventually results in is it results in future-proofing our technology stack and also shortening our product launch cycles. The second key area in this is enhancing digital and customer experience. And ultimately, this is about making, digital customer and enterprise journeys. Ultimately, this is about making these simple, intuitive, and effective. And third, and I can't emphasise this enough, it is about unlocking new capabilities through data and AI. The objective being here that we can both improve efficiency and we can drive growth. So if I think about efficiency, that's by automating processes, it's by making sure that we can surface data more easily. And when I think about driving growth, it means that we get better and smarter at identifying relevant bundling opportunities, or our ability to reduce customer churn by being able to identify and be relevant in those moments that matter to our customers. Now, any technology, and something we have to take really seriously as well, are those core disciplines around security and compliance. And moving on from technology and AI, the next leg is our enduring commitment to sustainability. Now, we've refreshed our sustainability framework to align with our business strategy and clearly emphasise the link and the connection between sustainability and value creation at Spark. This means we have two really clear focus areas. The first of these being low impact with high connectivity, and this means bringing connectivity to more people across the country, but doing this in a way that protects the environment. An example of that is making sure that we're as energy efficient as possible. The second focus area is supporting a digital world that is both equitable and trusted, and this is through the way we invest in digital equity and the responsible approach we take in areas like privacy, data ethics, and AI. It's really important, whilst we want to be on the absolute frontier of AI, we also need to make sure we do that in a way where we consider the downstream risks, we put mitigations in place, and we do that in a responsible and trusted way. Now, last but not least is financial discipline. Now, when I think about financial discipline, I think about that through the context of our long-term value creation. And there are three legs to that. One being revenue growth, the second being efficiency, and the third being disciplined capital management. Now, for revenue growth, our expectation is that mobile service revenue will grow, and that will be supported by customer demand for data, modest population growth over the strategy period, and our ability to implement annual price reviews. In addition to that, to support revenue growth, our ability to actually retain customers needs to be supported by a focus on customer lifetime value, and we know there that customers value, as we've talked about at length before, that customers value a better network and better CX. And so we need to make sure that we recognise those things. And finally, and Renee talked a little bit about this, is the use of that investment that we've made in the 5G network and 5G standalone to support new monetisation opportunities. So moving on, the second leg is efficiency. And really this will come with the simplification and optimisation of our non-core operations and leveraging those global partnerships that we now have, which will also bring scale advantages to us as a small telco. Now, in addition to this, Matt talked about that continued investment in AI, and that will obviously be a critical part of supporting an efficient and lean operating model. Now, finally, we have disciplined capital management, which is something that will be key to enabling those stable annuity-like returns for our shareholders. Now, at our FY25 results presentation, I shared our new capital management framework, but I appreciate that not everyone may have been able to tune into that, so I'll now summarise that quickly for those that missed out. So it's really important, this is really important that in the context of a 5-year strategy that we reviewed our capital management settings, and within that we had 3 clear goals. The first was maintaining financial strength. The second was ensuring that we delivered an appropriate return from our investment and our portfolio management. And the third was that we deliver sustainable shareholder returns. So the first one, we remain focused on a strong balance sheet, and we're targeting metrics that are consistent with we're targeting those metrics that are consistent with our current credit rating. The second one is we need to make sure that any investments or any M&A we undertake for growth need to meet our hurdle rates. And that means they need to be NPV positive and have a ROIC, a return on invested capital, that's greater than our cost of capital. And to support this, we've also introduced new definitions of CapEx. So BAU CapEx now includes all capital investment in our core business. So going back, if I start looking back, that would include that investment that we made in our 5G standalone. And what we have is we have strategic CapEx, and there are very limited criteria for which something would qualify to meet those definitions. So for instance, in FY26, we've just singled out our commitment to the data centre investments as something that meets that definition. Got too many bits of paper. Now this then feeds into our dividend policy, and which is to support a sustainable dividend paid out of free cash flow. To do this, we've introduced a new definition of free cash flow. It includes changes in working capital. It includes BAU capital expenditure that I talked to, and the only things that it would therefore exclude are spectrum investments and strategic CapEx. As a policy setting, the payout ratio has been updated to 70 to 100% to provide flexibility if needed in the future. And as you'd have seen for FY26, we provided very specific guidance that our payout ratio for FY26 is 100% of our free cash flow. We'll also continue to have a dividend reinvestment plan, which we'll utilise when appropriate. It's currently suspended in FY26, which is on the basis of the anticipated receipt of proceeds from the data centre transaction and subsequent reduction in debt that comes from that. Now, I'm going to move on now to our SPK30 strategy ambitions, and I'm going to start by talking to both our financial ambitions and our non-financial ambitions. So, in the context of our financial ambitions, we've laid this out in what I'd like to think is quite a simple way. So, productivity. From our FY24 baseline, our ambition is to deliver annualised savings of 150 million to 180 million by FY30. For EBITDA, our ambition is to deliver a low single digit CAGR from FY25 to FY30. For CapEx, we continue to target a CapEx to revenue ratio of 10 to 12%. For free cash flow, our ambition is to deliver mid-single digit CAGR from FY25 to FY30, and our ambition is to get to a target ROIC range of between 11 and 13% by FY30. And in addition to those financial ambitions, we're also targeting some non-financial ambitions, which we think will be critical to delivering on those. So the first of these is an INPS score of over 45, which is, we consider to be the best measure of customer satisfaction, and this would be absolutely industry best practice. On the network, during the year we were awarded the most reliable network with the widest coverage by Opensignal, and our ambition is to continue to maintain this leadership position. From an employee perspective, we want to target top quartile employee engagement, and for sustainability, we're focused on that's a science-based emissions reduction target, which is to reduce absolute Scope 1 and Scope 2 greenhouse gas emissions by 50% by 2030 from FY20 as a baseline year. So on that, thank you. I'm now going to hand back to Jolie. Yeah, I'll,
It's good to see mobile.
yeah.
But productivity, which I touched on above, some way we'll see off some of the Q&A then as well.
Yeah.
That might,
Yeah, rather than just going through the laundry list, yeah,
yeah, and where do productivity savings come from?
yeah.
But otherwise, yeah, it's a good case.
Too many bits. I need to.
How much are you reading off your paper?
Not much.
Yeah.
Thanks, Stuart. So let me recap what we've discussed today. Spark 30 takes a long-term view, recognising the scale and pace of technology change that is reshaping customer expectations, ways of working, and the products and services we offer. This provides our shareholders with clarity around Spark's strategic priorities and where we'll invest to differentiate ourselves from our competitors. We are refocusing Spark to a broader digital services ambition, from a broader digital services ambition, to our core business of connectivity. With our data centre transaction providing clarity on funding for the development pipeline, our capital allocation will be prioritised to our core. And we'll continue to build a scalable cost base through partnerships and AI. By focusing our investment on what matters most to our customers, our network and customer experiences, we will give our customers more reasons to keep choosing Spark and create a performance-driven culture. Ultimately, this will deliver stable and annuity-like returns for our shareholders with predictable free cash flow and growing dividends over time. So I'll finish today with our value proposition. This remains a profitable business with strong foundations within our sector. Our core connectivity business is supported by positive tailwinds as connectivity becomes more central in customers' lives and data usage increases every year. We have leading market positions across all connectivity segments and leading AI capability and access to new global partnerships that will enhance our competitive advantage in New Zealand. We've got a proven track record of cost discipline and adapting our business when we need to, and portfolio management to support shareholder returns. Our focus is clear, and our ambition is to deliver growing returns for our shareholders. And with that, I'll wrap up the presentation section of today's event and move us to Q&A. The leadership team are now going to join me on the stage, and we'll take questions from the floor and online, and I'll direct the question to the most relevant member of the team to respond. Just take a few minutes to get ourselves organised. Thank you, everyone.
2 minutes?
Yeah.
So, we'll call in.
I'm gonna say an hour 12. An hour 15. definition of break the leadership team into anything. So then you're doing that. Yeah, I think just how much risk is there? People are going to ask you questions from every part of it. Like, you can't all just sit in the corner and every day do it.
Yeah, that's
But
where.
also they'll, and remembering we have to have time to,
that's a really good point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's not gonna take long to switch things around, is it, like,
Pretty.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That's cool.
What slide do you want during the Q&A? Because there isn't one, this is the next
Oh,
slide.
yeah, I was going to ask that question.
Should we go
Do you want to go back to the,
the same,
Is there any scenario where you're going to answer a question where you're going to want to click to a slide? Like,
or just the cover?
well,
I've got that as a holding slide, I can just
Cover
pop that up.
do you think there's any scenario where you click to a slide to answer a question? Okay, so we'll just make sure we've done.
Yeah, I don't think
And
so.
just simply decide that you're not going to do that.
Yes. And have we added in that slide for Jolie's summary?
Althea's doing all of the updates, so anything that you need in, just let her know. Then she'll just give us the complete pack.
Thanks,
Thanks,
Aaron.
Alright, so Althea's got the update. Are you happy for us to, do you wanna look at these tonight, or we've got all those changes?
Could we still update notes in the other copy?
I'll just get. This has all been updated.
We need to update it with Althea, because she'll give us the final when it's complete, and that's what will be the